नमस्कार। साइंस ऑफ लर्निंग में आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। आज का पूरा एपिसोड है स्टार्टअप पे, लर्निंग पे और हायर एजुकेशन में। हम सब जो हायर एजुकेशन में काम कर रहे हैं, जो भी स्टूडेंट्स आज कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ रहे हैं, वो क्या कर सकते हैं जिसको लेके वो खुद अपनी पढ़ाई के दौरान खुद का खर्चा खुद से काम करके निकाल सके। इसके ऊपर बहुत सारा रिसर्च और बहुत सारा काम डॉक्टर प्रसाद ने किया है। इज़ पॉपुलरली नोन एज मंडी सर, जो कि आते हैं नीटी मुंबई से। नीटी करके मुंबई में बहुत ही बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूट है नेशनल लेवल का, वहाँ के ये प्रोफेसर ऑफ स्टार्टअप है। आज आप देख रहे हैं सब कि शार्क टैंक लोग देख रहे हैं और पूरे देश में एक स्टार्टअप की बहुत ही पॉजिटिव वाइब बनी हुई है। तो इसको लेके हम कुछ क्वेश्चन सर से पूछने वाले हैं और उनका गाइडेंस लेने वाले हैं कि हम स्टूडेंट्स या भी हायर एजुकेशन के प्रोफेसर्स ऐसा कौन सा एकेडमिक इनोवेशन मॉडल लाए जिससे हमारे देश के जो युवा है वो जॉब सीकर्स न बने लेकिन जॉब क्रिएटर बने। सर, साइंस ऑफ लर्निंग में और लोक भारती में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है।
Thank you very much. It's pleasure to be here.
सर, मेरा आपसे पहला सवाल है कि सीखना क्या है? हायर एजुकेशन में सीखने का मतलब क्या है?
So, this is a very interesting question. What is learning in higher education? We have to define the concept of learning, keeping in view who is the learner. A learner is 23 years, 25 years, young man or young woman. उनके लिए लर्निंग क्या है एक अलग हो सकता है कंपेयर टू ए 5 years, 10 years boy or girl.
जी।
Number one. Number two. Learning can be different because the kind of resources, the kind of effort, energy which is being put by this particular 4 crore graduate students in the country.
पूरे देश में।
पूरा देश में, पूरे देश में 1000 universities, 50,000 colleges, 4 crore higher education students. When we say higher education learning, our target is
ये 4 करोड़ लोग हैं जो युवा है। 4 करोड़ युवा है।
नौजवान है, and they are intelligent, they are hardworking, they are putting effort, they are spending money. So what is learning? Learning must be defined appropriately. So one of the most important thing is that we need proof of learning.
जी, पता कैसे चला कि जो सीख रहे हैं वो सीखा?
We need a sabut, we need a proof, we need an evidence.
Yes.
Number one. Number two, evidence must be useful, उपयोगी होना।
उपयोगी होना चाहिए।
निरुपयोगी एविडेंस से कुछ फायदा नहीं। So usually, conventionally, learning is being considered the criteria of getting good marks.
जी।
A gold medal. Gold medal is good, great, but उसमें सोना नहीं है।
सही।
So we are not denying anything on gold medal, but thing is that gold medal में gold नहीं है. And if it is really gold is there, that's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
So, and today, the learning definition is not only getting a gold medal, but also a medal which is gold is the new criteria which we look for that.
Right.
And this criteria has got roots in our own Indian knowledge system.
Right.
It's nothing foreign for us. And basically, we have the
गांधी जी और उसका नई तालीम।
Naita. So, self-reliance is the criteria on which Gandhi ji has defined.
स्वावलंबन की बात जो उन्होंने की है उसमें सारी चीजें उन्होंने कही।
हाँ. So today we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are talking about enterprise India. We are talking about startup India. This is a new definition of higher education.
Yes. तो जब हम लर्निंग की बात करते हैं तो उसका प्रूफ क्या है कि जो भी युवा कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ रहा है वो खुद से क्या करता है? मुझे लगता है कि बड़ी बुनियादी बात है, एकदम फंडामेंटल सी बात है कि आज बच्चे बहुत सारी चीज़ों में डिपेंडेंट हैं, निर्भर हैं। तो ये निर्भर शिक्षा को हम आत्मनिर्भर शिक्षा कैसे बनाएं? तो वो दूसरा मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि अभी हमें पता चल गया कि हम जो कर रहे हैं उसमें बच्चे ज़्यादातर माँ बाप पे या जॉब पे, सरकार पे, समाज पे बहुत निर्भर है,
बैंक लोन पे
निर्भर है। तो वो आत्मनिर्भर सर कैसे बने, उसका कोई फॉर्मूला है?
I mean, it's an amazing question and the most contemporary question. ये सवाल आज पूछना बहुत सही चीज है। क्यों बोले तो today the technology is available.
राइट।
Today the possibility to make the new definition of learning is quite possible today. So
सर कुछ ये जो हमारे जो भी दर्शक है, जो भी स्टूडेंट्स है, उनको शायद इंग्लिश वर्ड्स कुछ समझ में ना आए, तो आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये जो सारी चीज़ें हैं आप बता रहे हैं उसको आप आसान भाषा में हिंदी में समझा पाए तो उनके लिए बहुत उपयोगी होगा।
See, जितना भी काम हायर एजुकेशन में दी नौजवान कर रहे, इसको एक कीमत वाले में कन्वर्ट करना एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज है
जी।
एंड दिस कन्वर्टिंग दी करना, काम करना, इसको कीमत में कन्वर्ट करना बहुत आसान है बिकॉज टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल, द मार्केट्स आर देयर, द डिलीवरी बॉयज आर देयर, there is a demand for this thing internationally.
Yes.
Today 4 crore students can be able to offer services, they can be able to give products and benefits to the whole world. So these 4 crore students whatever जो कुछ वो पढ़ाई में कर रहे, इसी को they can convert themselves, खुद एक प्रोडक्ट बना के
जी
इसका वैल्यू हो सकता है, नहीं वैल्यू सकता है, they can validate, they can test it, they can check it. This is the new opportunity for the higher education student across the world. But of course, Indians have got this advantage of 4 crore students.
Yes.
So my point is that the possibility is converting higher education labor, parishrama, kasrat, whatever this is going in input, it should not be drained out just in terms of answer sheets. But it can be converted into a value producing outcome. And this repositioning, this kind of redesigning is quite possible with this today's startup policy. Today AICTE, the government of India, Ministry of Education came out with a very clear policy saying that higher education students should be enterprising so that they should not become a job seekers but also job givers. So this particular jumping from just academic to enterprising,
right,
this shift is required and this is can be possible to be very easy to be done today's environment.
right. आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया कि अब जो हम कर रहे हैं, जो अभी की हमारी शिक्षा है वो सिर्फ कॉग्निटिव लेवल पे है, हम सिर्फ पढ़ते हैं, याद रखते हैं, लिख के आ जाते हैं, उसका कोई मटेरियल कन्वर्जन एंटरप्राइज में नहीं हो पा रहा है। तो मेरा ये सवाल और है कि एक होता है एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग, एक होता है एक्सपेरिमेंटल लर्निंग, आप जो बात कर रहे हैं मुझे लगता है एक नए तरह का एक और है, वो क्या है?
So it's अनुभवी शिक्षा is basically the learner get anubhav, out of it there is a reflection, so that learning happens.
जी.
This can be taken to the little higher level. Experience, reflection, in between there is awareness.
जी.
When an anubhav is happening, if the learner has got awareness and after awareness there is a reflection, this is more of an experimental level.
जी.
The scientist will have a very clear idea why he is doing, he is aware. Akal or consciously he will be doing with a particular hypothesis testing. Students can do. So experience to experimental can be done. And further it can also be enterprising today. The distinction between experimental to enterprising is not only anubhav doing it, but also aware. But the most important thing is that, third important thing is that there is a surplus is being created. That's called as value, कीमत. So it is quite possible that An experiment can be conducted in such a way that there is no loss. It's a design principle. It's a simple design principle that experiments can be avoided which will be loss making so that there is no loss. So low investment, no investment, draining, all these kind of activities can be repositioned as incoming, value creating, benefiting. It can be worked out. At a small level, at a very, very lean level, we are expecting them not to be taking a very big level, but at a small level they can start with. So this is entrepreneurial learning.
जी
उसमें important चीज is there is an अनुभव, there is awareness, there is third important thing is value.
वैल्ड जी
And this is consciously being created. It design by design it is being created. And it's happening in huge way in certain pockets of the world. And unfortunately, it's not happening in India, but it's happening in Europe. It's happening in the European countries in much bigger way. Especially European countries, it's happening. It's they are thinking much ahead in terms of saying that how we can create a learning which is most entrepreneurial. The research is happening there. So this jump can happen.
जी तो मुझे लगता है कि आपने बहुत ही अच्छी बात की कि एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है, उसके बाद एक्सपेरिमेंट, और उसको एंटरप्राइज में कैसे कन्वर्ट किया जाए, और ये सारे कोर्सेज में पॉसिबल है. कोई बच्चा जैसे कि आर्ट्स का कोर्स कर रहा है, कोई कॉमर्स का कर रहा है, कोई मैनेजमेंट का, इंजीनियरिंग कर रहा है, सब में पॉसिबल है. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ ये कोई मटेरियल प्रोडक्ट है उसमें ही पॉसिबल है, साइंसेस में पॉसिबल है, ये आर्ट्स में सब में पॉसिबल है. ये मेरी सोच सही है या गलत है?
Absolutely. I mean, you got the right point. Like, no, this is the conventional thinking that be a political science student cannot create value. Mathematics student cannot make value out of it. Only an MBA student can make it. Right? Of course, MBA student can do it, but it doesn't mean that
others cannot.
How come a music student cannot make a value?
Yes.
How come a
English
student, English student cannot make it like that? English student can write the stories.
Yeah.
And it's quite possible today. Actually, there are amazing stories are being created by the story writer, storyboard.
All the web series are stories.
Stories, actually, they are content created for most of the social media companies.
Right.
So, English, chemistry, geography, geology, mathematics, sociology, any subject has got an ability to create value. The most important thing is that we can, if they combine 2-3 more subjects together,
Yes.
there is a possibility to create bigger value.
Yes.
So the conventional feeling that actually it's not all MBA students are not creating value.
Yeah. Yes. True.
Commerce students are not creating value. Economic students are not creating value. So how come today in 21st century, when you are talking about Gen G,
Yes. Generation G.
how come we cannot value clean and value destructive learning methods, learning ways of learning like that? So there is a clear possibility in terms of value creation by any subject. And there are wonderful ways, and it's very easy.
जी.
I mean, if you go to the next level, we'll be able to discuss.
यस. तो वहीं से मेरा प्रोग्राम ये वैल्यू क्रिएशन का आपका एक्सपेरिमेंट और आपका स्लोगन बहुत पॉपुलर है, बेच के सीखो. तो वो पूरा स्लोगन हमें बताइए, और आपका जो मंडी के एक्सपेरिमेंट नीति में हुआ है उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए, हमें बहुत मजा आएगा.
Sure.
तो पहले मेरा स्लोगन.
Slogan. Slogan is very simple. The idea is that there is a need for application. In this application, the implementation, what do you call implementation?
या इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, या
हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे?
हिंदी उसको बोलते हैं कि प्रयोजन, उसका उपयोग.
So implementation like that, this can be put up into a particular concept like Bechna. Bechna doesn't mean that
बुरा है.
it doesn't mean it's negative. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is basically application. There is a customer, there is a grahak who needs it, so you are able to give it. Is basically Bechna.
Yeah.
You should be able to understand Bechna in absolutely in a positive sense.
जी.
So I can call this concept as a Bechna. बेच के सीखो.
बेच के सीखो.
सिखाई बेच के सीखो.
सिखाई बेच के सीखो.
So बेच के सीखो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो is the slogan
Okay.
which can be used.
Hmm.
So when mathematics are being learned, a photography is being learned, a music is being learned, इसको अप्लाई करके, इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करके, वैल्यू क्रिएट करके लर्न इट. सो दिस इज बेसिकली वी कॉल इट एज बेच के सीखो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो. When this particular concept is told, faculty more than the students will come out of the question. मैं क्यों बेचूं?
हाँ, सही है.
मैं कहाँ बेचूं? मैं क्या बेचूं? मैं किसको बेचूं? वाह. मैं क्या बेचूं? मैं किसको बेचूं? मैं क्यों बेचूं? मैं कहाँ बेचूं? These are the fundamental questions which will be emerging in the mind of the teacher more than the student.
जी.
Actually, these questions, if they are being answered, and if you are facilitated to answering these questions, the enterprising entrepreneurial learning is automatically.
तो उसका क्या जवाब है? उसके क्या जवाब है?
मैं क्यों बेचूं?
हाँ.
Unless you implement the learning is incomplete.
हाँ.
So, why you are learning subject? It is only for the benefit of the patient. The doctor is learning. The photographer is learning only to give it to a good photograph to the audience. A singer is learning only to
Please the audience.
the shrotas. No, audience should be entertained. There is a reason why you are doing it like that.
हाँ.
So, the implementation, the selling is basically the very purpose of learning.
हाँ.
Of course, the student is getting benefited, but the benefit is given to the customer.
Yes.
So, the important thing here is that
हाँ.
we should understand that benefit giving is crucial for it, and how it can be done also can be looked at. And there are amazing possibilities like that. Very, very easy.
Yep.
Actually, I as you ask, I'll go to
Yes.
the next
Yes.
level. Also.
Yes. Yes. हाँ. So दूसरा क्वेश्चन है, मैं कहाँ बेचूं?
बहुत ही अच्छी चीज है.
हाँ.
मैं कहाँ बेचूं?
हाँ.
Conventionally, this is being done, shown to the students in laboratory,
हाँ.
in a workshop.
हाँ.
A 4 walls of the college
हाँ.
is being told. A civil engineer, an electronics engineer, a music teacher. Please, it cannot be done only in
Laboratories और controlled environment.
Today, this particular student should go out and find out whether it is working or not. And most important thing you should look at. Today, the student is 22 years, graduate student who is getting released into the market. We have the responsibility to test this particular product which is being released into the market, whether it is valid or not.
Right.
This validation can come only by getting into the market. What the students should do is that one should get out of the college campus and get into the bazaar, mandi, angadi. मंडी में जाके वो द पॉसिबल कस्टमर उनसे बात करने में गलत नहीं है. And today there is a huge markets available.
जी.
And when you see going out of the college campus, it doesn't mean that you will be getting out of the campus like that. Actually, today by sitting on online, a student can interact with the international market.
तो वो फिजिकली जाने की बात नहीं है या उसके साथ ऑनलाइन भी है?
Online. And online is amazing. The possibilities for amazing international audience is amazing. For example, a Gujarati student can talk to the Bengali student,
Yes.
a Tamil student. There is no need for him to go there.
Yes.
He can talk to a Spain-related student, a French-related student, a American student as it is. So going to the market is getting out, taking out is the issue. It doesn't mean it's only physical, but of course, nothing wrong to get out of the college.
Yeah, nothing wrong. It is better.
It is much more. So physically going out today is best thing possibility. Online is possibility. Only thing is music or magic or mathematics or geology or geography, whatever the subject one is learning, one should be able to take to the market. Our grandfathers must have not taken it. Doesn't mean that our grandchildren also should.
True.
We'll be doing crime if we don't allow our own children not going out. Actually, today the issue is that how much you go out decided. And that is what internationalizing the India. We are talking about how we can get to serve the world so that India becomes
Superpower.
that's our
Vishwaguru.
Ministers.
Vishwaguru.
Vishwaguru, Prime Minister's imagination. The today's India thinking is that.
या
Yeah.
ये आपने बहुत अच्छी बात बताई कि ऑनलाइन से बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप एंटरप्राइज में ले जा सकते हैं. हमारे लोक भारती के कुछ यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उन्होंने 1-2 प्रोडक्ट ऐसे ही बनाई एग्रो प्रोसेस करके.
Yeah.
और
Very
एलोवेरा और उसमें से
Chiku, I have seen it. This is the forest. Chiku forest which we got.
मोरिंगा पाउडर, ये सारी चीज़ें अब इंस्टाग्राम पे डाल रहे हैं, ऑर्डर्स आ रहे हैं. तो फिर वो उनसे बात करते हैं. तो जब बेचने जाते हैं तभी पता चलता है कि इंसान को क्या चाहिए, क्यों चाहिए, चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, और अपना नेगोशिएशन वो जो कला है वो वैसे ही तो किताब पढ़ के तो आएगी नहीं. तो दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लेकिन बहुत सारे यहाँ पे टीचर्स होंगे, यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर्स होंगे जो ये सारी चीज़ें सुन रहे होंगे, तो उसके दिमाग में जो पहला क्वेश्चन आता है वो ये है, इसको मार्क्स के साथ कैसे जोड़ें,
Oh, wonderful.
है ना, उसका एकेडमिक इंटीग्रेशन कैसे हो जाए,
Wonderful.
इसको हम कैसे कर पाए, और आपने कैसे किया.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It's amazing that the government of India, the Ministry of Education, and AICTE already came out with a policy on it. Gujarat Technological University.
हाँ, JTU ने किया है. इवन हायर एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात ने सारी यूनिवर्सिटी, सारी कॉलेजेस में स्टूडेंट स्टार्टअप एंड इनोवेशन पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंट कर दी है.
So the government is encouraging, they are, appealing to the academic fraternity that you should be able to guide, enable, and inspire the students to get into enterprising area. This is one. And the document very well said that a 40, 50, 60% of the marks, internal marks, can be given as an assignment for the startups.
राइट.
Conventionally, whatever the students are doing as academic projects were mostly done as an internship project.
इंटर्नशिप प्रोजेक्ट्स.
They used to go to an employer to get a project and deal. There's nothing wrong. But today, a student can do on his own what he was doing for the company as a product and service simultaneously. There's nothing wrong.
राइट.
This was not possible earlier, but today it is possible.
इट इज पॉसिबल.
There's nothing wrong to work for a corporate as an intern. One, they must do it because they get a good exposure.
यस.
But there is also possibility for a student to be able to do projects on his own. And more important thing is 2-3 students coming together working on a project, especially in a 2 years program and 1 year program, running in a startup for 12 months or 24 months. Please understand, it is not for 100 years company, it's only for 24 months, 12 months.
राइट.
Short, that window, 12 months window, 24 months window can be used by the students very well for startups.
राइट.
That possibility is there today. So students can avail collaboration
यस.
and they can pick up. I have seen your presentation. I really, interesting for the slide which I have seen. You insisted 2 or 3 things where
यस.
I still recall one of the things is collaboration, which you
यस.
mentioned.
यस.
Collaboration along with the classmates. And one more thing you said that there should be local problem.
लोकल प्रॉब्लम्स. यस.
Absolutely. Bhavnagar student has got a number of issues on which one can work on.
यस. यस.
Local problems, self problems, it can be worked out, and the higher education, higher learning can be used to validate, to check, to solve these problems, so that learning is not sacrificed. At the same time, one is solving the problems and also is getting benefit out of it. So 3-pronged benefit.
Yes.
Learning is happening, is getting a benefit out of it. At the same time, is solving the problem.
Yes.
So this innovation is possible in higher education.
जी.
So this can be done.
यस. इसमें जो दूसरा पहलू आपने बताया है कि इज गेटिंग बेनिफिट, तो वो तो बहुत अच्छा हो गया कि अगर एक स्टूडेंट है अपनी छोटी सी कंपनी स्टार्ट कर रहा है, जैसे कि कोई भी एक छोटी सी एलोवेरा जेल बनाया, अब वो उसको बेचने सीख रहा है, उससे जो इनकम होती है उससे उसकी फ़ी भी रिकवर हो सकती है डिपेंडिंग ऑन परसेंटेज और स्टूडेंट टू स्टूडेंट वेरिएशन। तो एक बात जब हम प्रीवियसली डिस्कस कर रहे थे, आपने बताई थी कि हम उसको मार्कशीट में भी रिफ्लेक्ट कर सकते हैं।
Absolutely. Please understand, we have a today new criteria of assessment. We need to give away the conventional systems. Okay, if we are giving away the conventional or not, at least we should incorporate new systems. One of the most important things today's mark sheet requires is that how much self-reliant a student is. This can be a new criteria of it.
ये बहुत, मैं बीच में आपको रोक रहा हूँ, लेकिन ये बहुत अच्छा क्राइटेरिया है कि चलो हम ऐसा करें कि कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी की मार्कशीट में एक क्राइटेरिया ऐसा डाल दे कि जिसमें लिखा हो कि इस स्टूडेंट ने 3 साल या 5 साल में अपनी जो कुल फ़ी थी, मान लो 1 लाख रुपए थी, उसमें से 70,000 या 80,000 उसने पढ़ाई के दौरान रिकवर किए। तो मुझे लगता है कि उसके बाद उसको कोई सीवी बनाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कोई इंटरव्यू फेस करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अगर कोई स्टूडेंट या कोई फेक ऐसी मार्कशीट लेके जाएगा, फिर भी उसका वर्ड्स, उसका एक्सपीरियंस वो फटाक से बोल देगा कि रियल है या फेक है। कोई चेकिंग की ज़रूरत नहीं है।
Not at all like that. And for example, a student has recovered 80%, a student has recovered only 10%. The mark sheet will exactly immediately differentiate for an
Yes.
employer saying that who is more self-reliant. One cannot fake.
Yeah.
It's not easy to fake.
Yeah.
So an employer will be able to ask questions. So one more important thing is that this is the way through which we can give confidence to the student that I am reliant, I am self-reliant, I can be useful for your company to work. So this will pave way for employability.
Yes.
Education should be able to provide wonderful evidence for employability, confident employability. And once somebody got an employability, this experience will also help him to get out of the employability and also become an entrepreneur.
राइट। तो ये तो वही बात हो गई जो हम कल बात कर रहे थे कि मुझे नौकरी मिलने वाली है, उसका एश्योरेंस है, लेकिन मैं इतना कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ कि मुझे नौकरी की ज़रूरत नहीं है। मुझे लगता है ये क्रैकिंग पॉइंट है। अगर ये हम कर पाए कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, तो फिर रेवोल्यूशन इज देयर।
Absolutely. So when a student becomes employable, his confidence is at the highest level.
यस।
Those people who are not employable becoming an entrepreneur is one thing. Those people who can be employable becoming an entrepreneur is something.
और इसका कॉम्बिनेशन भी हो सकता है कि मैंने 2 साल जॉब किया, मैंने अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया कि पूरा कॉर्पोरेट कैसे काम कर रहा है, और फिर आई विल वर्क आउट एंड आई विल हैव माय स्टार्टअप। तो फिर डबल एक्सपीरियंस हो जाएगा मेरा।
You have mentioned the wonderful point, especially given the 50 to 60% of student population coming from middle class and lower middle class. Please understand, they don't have the khandan, they don't have the background of understanding hi-fi, technology, corporate, bigger management structures,
राइट।
the communication strategies, negotiation. All these things can be understood by this particular middle and lower middle class within no time.
राइट।
6 महीने में, 1 year में, 2 साल में उनको समझ में आता है. Once they understood, with the kind of backup which they have already got it, they also have got this employability, confidence,
यस।
they can jump out into enterprise. And the kind of encouragement given by the government of India on a startup is very great. Yesterday, the finance minister has already announced amazing scheme called Agri Startups
यस।
kind of thing. And today, environment, you talk about EV vehicles, you talk about green vehicles. There are so many possibilities
Yes.
are there. And
और हम ये गांधी जी के नई तालीम के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या डिफरेंस है अगर कोई मेन स्ट्रीम का स्टूडेंट है वो बाहर आता है, नई तालीम का स्टूडेंट बाहर आता है, और अब तक जो हमने स्टार्टअप एंटरप्राइजेस की बात की है, तो दोनों में क्या हो सकता है?
this is a nice question. And Gandhiji's Nai Talim it's not a new education actually. The concept is new education, but it's as old as 1930s.
Right.
So the Swatantrata, Swayata,
Swaraj.
Swaraj
Hmm.
for a student is ultimate.
Hmm.
That is what the enterprising part of higher education. It is not employment.
Right.
It's not naukari.
Hmm.
It's not rozgar with somebody like.
Hmm.
It is on oneself. It may be 1 rupee earning,
Hmm.
but it is on oneself, by oneself is doing it. That is
खुद करेंगे, छोटा करेंगे, खुद करेंगे, तभी वो जो स्वराज का मिनिमम यूनिट है, जो एक पर्सन है, वो आत्मनिर्भर होगा.
So this is an important.
Hmm.
The 2 more points also should look at that. The application is in real customer and real work. It's not a
लैब कंडीशन.
pseudo lamp conditions. It's not. Real customer, real product, real selling, real benefit, real value. This is one more thing. The third more important thing is that it's happening in real time. The biggest issue in education is that you learn today, you implement after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years.
By that time it becomes irrelevant.
So the problem is that why should I learn today and implement tomorrow? Why not आज का सिखाई अभी क्यों नहीं करे? So this is one of the most real time and real learning with a reward, return. The 3 parts are also very, very important. So the enterprising India able to bring these things real time and real work and with a return.
Written, yes.
Surprisingly.
और भी चीज़ जब हम बात कर रहे थे, आपने बताया था कि जो नई तालीम का स्टूडेंट है वो नौकर नहीं बनेगा,
Not well.
वो मालिक बनेगा. वो कैसे, जरा समझाइए.
Yeah. So we got 2 different educations. कि नौकरी शिक्षा and malik shiksha. So whatever education we have for the last 60, 70 years is very clear.
नौकरी शिक्षा.
Because placement says that we got 100% placement. Every institution puts it up saying that, no, हमारे पास 100% placement.
तो सबको आपने नौकर बना दिया.
The statement is very but the other one is that enterprise India. Enterprise Shiksha. Basically, the other one is that when we are taking the education, there are 2 types of education. Making employees, it's good, nothing wrong. For the last 60 years, 70 years, 100 years, we did it. It is one of the best things to happen. But this cannot be extended for 60 more years.
Right.
That will be the doomsday for a country. That is the doomsday for young India.
Right.
We are not demographic dividend, we are not using.
We are not using it. Correct.
The story for the last 60 years is making youth educated, suitable for employees. What we require is that entrepreneurs. So Nai Talim and Old Talim, if you compare, Nai Talim has got 3 different variants. Enterprise education, entrepreneurial learning has got 3 different things. Like one is that a student gets employment very easily and confidently. That's one. Number 1. Number 2, the student becomes a self-reliant student. This is an economic benefit out of education in real time.
Real time.
This is 2. The third more important thing is that this is very, very an interesting turn like that. In a conventional education, somebody becomes an employee, he will continue to be an employee for 50 years, 60 years, 100 years. He will feel disappointed sometimes saying that, or maybe happy that I could become a successful employee. But in Nai Talim, an enterprise in the education, the beauty is that within no time, the employee will get out of employment and he will start his own startup in a much bigger way.
Right.
It doesn't mean that he will be successful. It need not be successful, but he will try, she will try. If he's successful, it's well and good. They are not successful, they again come back to the employment.
Right. Right.
The life is a big journey. There are jerks. There are producers become directors, directors become actors, and actors become directors, producers again. The student also can become an employee and come back to the employer. And again goes back. So the beauty about entrepreneurial education, which is nothing but Gandhian Naitalim in higher education,
जी
is three benefits. A student who got employment in no time will resign and get into an enterprise. And number two, the student is so good, so confident, so capable that within no effort she will be able to get a job, employment. And one more important thing is that education which is costly becomes affordable because of economic benefit one is getting. As I said, about 1 lakh is the fees. इसमें कितना पैसे I am able to get back. पढ़ाई की खर्चा पढ़ाई में पढ़ाई से पढ़ाई की खर्चा पढ़ाई में पढ़ाई से पढ़ाई के लिए निकालो. शिक्षणाचा खर्चा शिक्षणामध्ये शिक्षणाकरिता शिक्षणासाठी निकालो. చదువు ఖర్చు చదువులోనే చదువుతోనే చదువుతూనే తీయాలి. It's quite possible. So the three benefits of Gandhiji's Naitalim and today's government of India's enterprise education is a crucial at this juncture. I'm very happy that Lok Bharati is on this path and it's going to do a big impact in this area.
थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपने हमारे साथ इतनी लंबी चर्चा की और बहुत सारे ऐसे पॉइंट्स है जो आज हम गुजरात में बहुत सारी कॉलेजेस में यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं. और गुजरात की तो तासीर वैसी रही है कि हम इन सारी चीज़ों को वैल्यू क्रिएशन में कैसे कन्वर्ट करें. थैंक यू सो मच, आपने इतना हमें समय दिया. आभार. थैंक यू.
Thank you very much.